It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Ford Field. And here comes a return for just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the seventh-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl game really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Right to the air, here's Goff. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Just keeping the play alive. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
On the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Goff steps away to his left. And that would get me off target and incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And the Buffalo offense ready to bring out their high-powered attack. And at the center of it all, of course, the rocket arm man in his 5th year out of Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now the 4th-year running back, this is Devin Singletary. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of down. That was an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the line 16. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they're going to be set up now with ball at the 13-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions' 13-yard line.
2nd and 7. To the air, Allen. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins establishing as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of the first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Let's go.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes it in across the chalk for Bills touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
It's Tyler Basson for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just give up a score.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. Pretty decent game.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard
line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Gone. Complete. Now the ball comes loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in a ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. Get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that. When he correctly figured that one out, it made a really nice play.
And that's how Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And the points result, we'll call this play significant.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it but no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. The loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the 50, it's Goff.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
After the penalty, a fresh out of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Off. To the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end. He did a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Now a give, right side, Swift.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and then leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly what the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Mike Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this was going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Lions offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So 1st and 10 now from 30. Now gone. Wright's got it. And he gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. Look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again is Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off play action. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, this one caught by Davis. They get 14 back, but it leads now to 3rd down.
Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Allen to throw it. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Naeem Hines, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out on the field. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run out of the gun with Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Some people been playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained it very well. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
We got to be big time now. Let's go. Let's go right here. It's showtime, baby. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
Allen and the Bills out with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. Here's Hines. Gets around him. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
He was taken down by Kirby Joseph.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
You know what we need, baby. Playmaker, step up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gap. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They can't read us straight up. All right, go get him now.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run with Hines, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Allen off the play fake. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now. When you're throwing it to the fullback, it just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Allen off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in a pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Allen going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Julian O'Connor, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep, Cleve Raymond. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here come the Lions now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Goff in this Lions offense, set for a 1st and 10. At their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On 2nd down and 4, Goff. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move a little bit towards the center of the field. Simply put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Goff on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in his 1st half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's right. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use the size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And this will wind up the Lions' 1st down as the tackle made about the 43-yard line.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this time he's not going anywhere. They get him down like that. Trey Edmonds there to bring it down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going, move the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run. It's a positive play for the offense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's able to take the cross midfield before going out of bounds. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This definitely helped the cause.
On 1st down, Goff. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and now them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts a defense in position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff now looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 38.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 38, Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. Hines flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A time look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle. That's right. I'm ready to roll. Let's go. That's right, baby.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help one out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 34. Goff now looks to throw. Throw caught by Raymond. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard's dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, you got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, it's Goff. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards in the 6 move.
But they certainly have success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Goff throwing again. Wright's got it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Swift going to try at the middle. And he'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here this last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Goff. And it's incomplete.
Had no command that time, man. They put a little too much heat on it, those thin part.
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Goff now throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive.
And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking. And that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he takes us up right near the 45-yard line. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. And Diggs has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Allen.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found another opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now Allen again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They run here with Singletary. 5 yards, a good run there. Now 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Singletary again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but just slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Pass on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Goff on first down.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
And got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
15 yards for the Lions there on 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. It's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Goff.
Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. With that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Hines, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in field.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Play action. It's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
The 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Off the play fake. Allen.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Allen now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who could blame them?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Allen to throw once more. Flush to his right. The 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw. And in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Allen now looks to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Another shot for the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, the sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass of Buffalo field goal unit.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Take it at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
And this one is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now it's Hines, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Allen. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense for me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And Diggs has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Normally, you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Devin Singletary, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summed at time 5 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Off on 1st down.
Throw caught by Raymond.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He'll get this off to Swift.
Short completion, just 4 yards. That will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to get them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he's able to work it here at the 8-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hope they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. That's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.